Good day everyone. Today we're going to discuss Quarter 2 Module 6, Solving Combined Variation. So what is a combined variation? Combined variation is a relation among variables that involves a direct or joint variation with an inverse variation. Sa madaling salita, it is a combination of a direct plus an inverse or a joint variation with an inverse variation. The statement y varies directly as x and inversely as z can be written as y is equals to kx all over z. Bakit may all over? It's because of the word inversely, where k is a constant or of variation, and it can also be written as k is equals to yz all over x. So let's translate the following statement into equation where k is a constant of variation. Let's have item 1. A varies directly as B and inversely as C. So again, ano ba yung unang variable na binanggit? That is A. But take note class, we have here two types of variation, directly and an inverse. Kaya po siya tinatawag na combined variation. Going back, so yung unang binanggit na variable is A. So we need to isolate A. A is equals to, we have the word directly, so we're just multiplying k to b. So k times b, and we have the word inversely, so all over. Sino yung ini-inverse niya? Si c. So si c ay nasa denominator. Let's have item 2. Z varies jointly as with x and x and y, and inversely with the square of w. Again, ano yung unang variable na binanggit? That is z. Z is equals to, we have the word jointly. Sino yung gino-jointly niya? Si x and y kay k. So, z is equals to k times x times y. And we have the word inversely. So, we have all over. Sino ang ini-inverse niya? Si w. But si w ay merong square. So, this is w square. Sub-item 3. The current I varies directly as electromotive force E and inversely as the resistance R. So, yung unang variable na binanggit ay si I, which represent the current. I is equals to, we have the word varies directly as the electromotive force, which is represented by E. So, we're going to multiply K to E, which is E is the representation of the electromotive force. And we have the word inversely, so over. Ang ini-inverse niya is si resistance or si letter R. Last item, the force F of attraction between two bodies varies directly as the product of their weights, weight sub 1, weight sub 2, and inversely as the square of the distance between them. So we have here varies directly, and we have here the inversely. So the first variable na in-state ay si F. F stands for the force. So F is equals to the product of, so we're going to multiply K to the product of their weights, weight sub 1 times weight sub 2, and we have the word inversely, so all over the square of the distance. So, ini-inverse niya po yung si distance D. D squared. Bakit may square dito? It's because the square of the distance. Let's have another example. So, from here, Z varies directly as x and inversely as y. If z is 8 when x is 4 and y is 3, find the constant of variation and equation of variation. So, dalawa yung pinapahanap. We were asked to find the constant of variation or K and the equation of the variation. So for able to find the constant of variation or K and the equation of the variation, first we need to have an equation. So yung equation natin is manggagaling sa unang statement, which is Z varies directly as X and inversely as Y. Take note, yung unang binanggit na variable ay si Z. So Z is equals to varies directly kay X. So we're going to multiply K to X. And we have the word inverse. So all over Y. Next, if Z is equals to 8, when X is equals to 4, and Y is 3. So the purpose of the second statement, Z is equals to 8, when X is equals to 4, and Y is equals to 3, is to find the constant of variation. So how are we going to find the constant of variation? We're going to use the equation. Z is equals to Kx all over Y. So Z is equals to 8 is equals to K times the value of X, which is 4, all over the value of Y, which is 3. So again, the denominator of a whole number is 1. Let's apply cross multiplication. 8 times 3 is equals to 8 times 3. 1 times K is K times 4 is 4K. So 4K is equals to 8 times 3 is 24. So again, our goal is to find the value of K. So we need to eliminate 4. So we need to divide both sides by 4. 4K divided by 4 is K, and 24 divided by 4 is 6. K is equals to 6 is what we call the constant of variation. Now, how about the equation of variation? So, all we need to do is to get the equation Z is equals to Kx all over Y, then substitute the value of K. So, Z is equals to 6 times X all over Y is what we call the equation of a variation. Sub-item 2. If P varies directly as Q and inversely as the square of R, and P is equals to 20 when Q is equals to 50, and R is equals to 5, find the constant of variation and the equation of the variation. So we were asked to find the constant of variation, or K, and the equation of variation. To further get the value of those two things, we need to have an equation first. So, yung equation is manggagaling sa first statement natin, which is if P varies directly as Q and inversely as the square of R. So, yung unang binanggit na variable ay si P. Isolate P. P is equals to varies directly kay Q. So, K times Q. And we have the word inverse. So, this is all over. Sino yung ini-inverse niya? Inversely as the square of R. So, naka-square po si R. Next, let's proceed to the second statement. P is equals to 20 when Q is equals to 50 and R is equals to 5. Second statement na P is equals to 20 when Q is 50 and R equals to 5 is used to find the constant of variation. So, kunin natin yung equation. P is equals to KQ all over R squared. Then, substitute natin yung value ni P, which is 20, is equals to K times the value of Q, which is 50, all over the value of R, which is 5. And take note, 5 is naka-square. So, 5 squared is 5 times 5 is equals to 25. So, 20 is equals to K times 50 all over 25. And ang denominator ng whole number is 1. So, apply cross multiplication. So, we have here 20 times 25 is equals to 5 times 50. So let's get the product of 25 and 20. So we need to divide. So this is 20 times 25, which is equals to 500, is equals to k times 50 is 50k. Now, we need to find the value of k, and to find the value of k, we need to eliminate 50. So to be able to eliminate 50, divide both sides by 50. So 50k divided by k is k. So 500 divided by 50 is 10. So k is equals to 10 is what we call the constant of variation. And for us to find the equation of the variation, all we need to do is to get the equation P is equals to KQ all over R squared. Then substitute the value of K, which is 10, Q all over R squared. This is what we call the equation of variation.